Chapter 22. The 5 Pharisees washing the Lord's feet. In the morning, the 5 Pharisees came over to me, greeting me and my disciples in the friendliest terms, after their fashion, and even showed me an especial honor by asking me whether I would find them worthy of washing my feet. For in Bethlehem, it was still an old form of especial reverence the following morning for the host to wash his guests' feet, or alternatively, for the principal guest to wash the feet of the host. Therefore, I permitted the 5 Pharisees to wash and dry my feet. Only after this action did the 5 Pharisees ask me, saying, "Verily, inexplicably supreme Master, would you not tell us something of the method by which you achieve such unheard-of healings? There can be no doubt that in general terms, you obviously effect this through God's power. But it is another question in what way, and in unheard-of perfection. Only of this give us a few hints if you find us worthy, whereupon we shall be joyfully and everlastingly grateful to you, and undertake our journey back to Bethlehem." I said, "Even if I were to tell you that, you would, nevertheless, not believe me, for Moses' threefold veil hangs also over your eyes, that you may not discern who it is that now speaks to you. Were you to know him, you would not put such a question, but because you don't know him, you ask the way you do. And were I to give you the right answer, you would still not accept it, because you see indeed what is and happens in the world materially. But concerning the Spirit, its kingdom and action, this is strange to you, wherefore you are unable to grasp or feel what is the being and action of God's kingdom in man. But go and do penance on account of your many sins, and you shall perceive that the kingdom of God has come near unto you. Love God with all your strength, worshipping him in spirit and in truth, but loving also your poor brother and sister neighbors. Do not persecute your enemies, nor curse those that curse you. Doing good to those offending you, and you shall heap coals of fire upon their heads. And God shall regard such your works, and reward you 100-fold. Do not lend your money to those who can repay you with high interest, but to the truly poor and needy, and your money shall be invested for high interest rates in heaven. And your Father in heaven shall be paying you interest and capital everlastingly. Do not crave the world's praise, thanks and reward for your good deeds. For doing so, what reward shall be due to you from heaven? I say unto you, he who receives any reward whatsoever for a good deed performed on a neighbor forfeits his reward in heaven. He who works for heaven shall be rewarded by heaven, temporarily and once everlastingly. But he who works for the world shall receive the world's base and perishable rewards. But in heaven he shall find his earning record void, and his reward shall be gone, and there shall be hardly an end to his spiritual poverty. If you take this to heart and act accordingly, you shall soon be in the clear on how I heal your sick. Now you know all you need to know. Further asking would gain you nothing, even if you were told, But see to it that neither I nor my action and my disciples are broadcast, either in Jerusalem or in the city of David, for this would bring you no blessing. But when you shall have partaken of the morning meal, you can start upon your homeward journey with cheer. This my saying brought forth a baffled expression from the 5. Yet they dared ask no further question, bowing down before me and then moving over to their dining room, hitting the road for their homeland after the morning meal.